Hi guys, welcome to my Arsenal versus Chelsea match preview. Our next game comes up against the Blues in the Premiership at the Emirates this weekend. So let's boil down to things. This is going to really test how strong we are and how tactically we are against a really decent Chelsea side. A team marred by injuries to their club captain John Terry and their defensive issues that they currently face now with Cahill and newly re-signed David Luiz, also known as Sideshow Bob. Yes, we come up against a Chelsea team that are always going to be bored up for the game because they have a really good record against us. We haven't beaten them since October 2011 when we famously beat them 5-3, and we haven't scored against them since January 2013 when Walcott scored our only goal in a 2-1 defeat at Stamford Bridge at the King's Road in West London. But yeah, we got to really be in our game for this because we could be in big trouble if they start with Matic, Kante, or Fabregas, especially if they start Fabregas with Kante, because Kante has been an absolute revelation for them when Matic has been poor. Matic obviously hasn't been all that for Chelsea this season, nor he was really poor last season and was a shadow of himself when Chelsea won their Premier League title back in 2015 last year. Um, but if Arsenal don't start Xhaka and Coquelin, and I only say Xhaka and Coquelin because I don't think Santi Cazorla is physically capable of coping with like sort of Matic and Kante and Cahill, for example, and Ivanovic, especially if he has to drift out to the left wing to dribble and try and get a good pass or cross into the box. And it's really going to be a really tough one. So I'd rather go with Xhaka and Coquelin because those are two tough, battling, aggressive shit kickers, and they really have the aggression that can combat with Matic and Ivanovic, and like I said, the two centre backs will be most likely coming up against. And they're so aggressive that they can easily win back the balls. I mean, if Xhaka doesn't start, then you know that Wenger has Alzheimer's because Xhaka has been an absolute warrior like figure whenever he's been on the pitch for us so far. And, we don't want to drop his confidence by not starting him in a big game against Chelsea. For this game, I'd like to see a bit of a formation change. I'd like to see us go for 4-1-2-1-2 because I think two strikers up front would be the key to be beating Chelsea and getting some goals past them. Not just one goal, but about two or three at home because um, this is a game where we need a big, tall target man like Jude, especially for our corner kick taking as we don't have Mertesacker starting in our defence. And Jude is probably now our best fit aerial threat out of the whole team, whatever the position. Now, Jude is obviously 6'4", and he's the same height as Gary Cahill, only but that Jude is a lot stronger, and he's taller than Ivanovic, and he's big as Matic as well. So it'll be clueless to start someone like Sanchez up front on his own. Um, so I'd go with Sanchez and Jude up front. Unluckily, I have to drop Perez because I think we need to ease him into games where we're on top, and then start him against lesser sides who are not as good as who are not haven't got that real top four status about them, which Chelsea currently have. So um, Arsenal, as I said, need to start Giroud and Alexis, so that Giroud, as we know, has a great hold-up player, and he can latch the ball on Sanchez, who can run in behind the defenders and go past slow defenders like Ivanovic and Cahill. And well, Cahill's not really that slow, but he's not quick like Koscielny is. So yeah, and obviously Özil hasn't been in his best form recently. Um, so, but he has to start because he hasn't been even though he's been in quite poor form, he's got to start because he can at least pick up that good long pass um, back and get us a goal, which we saw against Hull City and PSG when he helped with Iwobi setting up Sanchez for that equaliser against Paris Saint-Germain in Paris, Parc des Princes. And in the two behind Ozil, obviously we're gonna have to play. I'd rather play um, Xhaka and Elneny, right? Because those are obviously two non-natural born. They are not natural born defensive midfielders. So in behind, obviously, in that one pivot defensive midfield position, we're going to need Coquelin. So Xhaka will have to work as our maestro, so we don't have too much defensive work in the midfield because obviously we don't want to have three players. So defensive midfielder Coquelin, and then our let's say our box to box Elneny and our deep line and playmaker in Xhaka, all playing the same tactical role, so all of them defending at the same time. We don't want that. What we want is um, basically obviously Coquelin protecting our back four, only helping and doing the main defensive work. Jacques having the free role to pass to Ozil, pass out to the wing, whoever's on. Sorry, not the wing. To the forward, the two forwards up front with his great long passing range, and he's got a brilliant passing range, even probably better than Ozil, Jacques. Um, and obviously Coquelin, all being aggressive, and whenever we're defending, and even when we're going hard in defence, we're gonna have to obviously get our tactics right, and even if you have to part the bus, every one of those three midfielders, the one and two in the the back and the midfield, all need to be working hard because those are our three most aggressive players, Elneny, Coquelin, and Xhaka, and that's a brilliant way to go about things. So um, obviously my full team will be checking goals always, Bellingham at right back, our two great pairing of Koscielny and Mustafi next to each other. Left back Monreal coming for Gibbs after that Nottingham Forest game. In the one, obviously Coquelin. The two, Elneny and Xhaka. The one attacking midfielder, Ozil. And the two strikers up front will be Giroud and Sanchez. That is a lineup that can beat Chelsea, in my opinion. That is a lineup that can really make it hard for them to get past us. And if we have a lot of aggression to cope with Diego Costa, who is really going to be fired up for this game, then we can. There is absolutely no reason why we can walk away with 3 points. There is absolutely no reason why Chelsea can really make it tough for us and really use some dirt tactics to get through, because they're going to have to think twice about what they do, Chelsea, and it's all going to boil down to tactics at the game. If we employed that formation and those players and the forwards that I just said to you, we can we can have another repeat of Man City and Man United where we beat them at the Emirates. Obviously, we didn't have the same formation in those games, but we can absolutely thrive in this game. We can have a fast start because 4-2-3 isn't going to work. you know, they haven't got fast fullbacks. So, and they've got strong players. So why not use the aggressive, strong formation that we need to beat them? Or if we're not going to use 4-1-2-1-2, why not use 4-5-1? And why not instruct the wingers who normally track back, like Sanchez, was higher work rate to track back and deal with Willian or Hazard? You know, and have more midfielders in the centre to work. Maybe not use us, or maybe use central midfielders that can pass as what maybe as good as Ozil, like Xhaka. Because there have been games that have it's mainly been Ozil who's stringing the balls as to the forward mainly, um, and the forward having to get the goals. I can give you countless games where it's mainly been Ozil threading through the balls to the forwards. So yes, we have to employ the right tactics, and that's it. That's the only way we're going to manage with Conte, because he's bound to get the tactics right. He learnt that against Leicester when they beat them 4-2. And if we don't employ the right tactics, we could easily lose this game 3-4-0 at home. So that's all I have to think of. I'm going to if we use those tactics, I think it will be 2-1. I can see us getting a win. Worst result, I can't see us losing this game because I think the players know what it means to Wenger, especially 20 years after managing this great football club, Arsenal. Um, I think the worst result could be just a draw, really. I think we should be winning this game. Obviously, we don't have a goal given right to, but we should. I think we should be really disappointed if we don't win this game. I mean, I've always been saying that recently, last few days and weeks, in the build up to this heated derby, London derby, and it's all about London Pride. London Pride this fixture this weekend. We really want to be making a statement to not just Chelsea, but the teams around us, like United, that we're not taking it for granted. We ain't no mugs, we ain't no jokers. We are in here to fight for that Premier League crown. We want to be up there with the big boys, and we want to make a real statement this season, because obviously last season was a massive failure. Now we need to build on, and Chelsea will be the ultimate foundation for a great story. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll bring you back the Chelsea match review, post match review after the game. Come on, you